Welcome everyone and thank you so much for joining in. So what is happening right now with price action of Bitcoin? Because if you look at this price structure starting in a weekly time frame, we are aware all the support that was supposed to hold the price has already been broken, and now the price is also below this 50 weekly moving average. The question here is it over for Bitcoin? Because we know in the past Bitcoin price action, whenever the price of Bitcoin has lost the support from this 50 weekly moving average, right after that we have been gravitated towards the 200 weekly moving average. And it's not just only one time or twice, guys. It has unfolded, or it has happened many times here in past Bitcoin price action. I mean, failing to find support at this 50 weekly moving average has led to a pullback where the price of Bitcoin got gravitated towards this 200 weekly moving average. And as you can see, this has actually happened plenty of times. So in our case, since the price is already below this 50 weekly moving average, we also got a rejection when breaking above this 50 weekly moving average. And now the question here is this also going to be a reversal here towards this 200 weekly moving average before price finally starts showing this new impulsive price movement? Because we know the CPI report for March puts inflation at 8.5%, guys. That's the highest in 40 years. So that's why market is a bit worried about the inflation, right? And also Federal Reserve hiking up the interest rate, because if they are not going to hike up the interest rate, right, then we know the inflation is going to get worse. So they are also bound to do that, and that will actually impact the market, not just only the crypto market, also the trades in the market. So for us right now, since the price of Bitcoin is also showing this weakness, we have to be extremely careful, guys, because you can see in the past Bitcoin price action, failing to find support at this 50 weekly moving average has led to a pullback where the price of Bitcoin got gravitated towards this 200 weekly moving average, and only after that we got this new impulsive price movement. And if you add this Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve inside this scenario, then you can see, guys, the price of Bitcoin in the past Bitcoin price action, whenever we have actually reached the top of this Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve, only after that we saw this actual price retracement. And you can see, guys, the 200 weekly moving average and also the bottom of this Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve was exactly at the same place, acting as a support. And after that we saw this new impulsive movement, and this new impulsive movement ended only after reaching the top of this Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve. And you can see after that we saw this retracement, just like here. Price also broke the support from this 50 weekly moving average, and we got gravitated towards the bottom of this Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve, right? And also exactly at this 200 weekly moving average, just like here. You can see, right, just like here, 200 weekly moving average and also the Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve, the bottom line acted as a support. And after that we started this new impulsive movement. What happened here in Black Swan event? During that event, you can see the price actually broke the support from this 50 weekly moving average. It also broke the support from this bottom of this Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve, went way below, came and tested the 200 weekly moving average, and only after that started this new impulsive price movement. And now if we combine both, I mean the Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve and this 50 weekly moving average, 200 weekly moving average, you can see, guys, now the difference, I mean the Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve, the bottom line is around 31,000, right? You can see this line, white line, but the 200 weekly moving average is way below, just like here. Big difference. So that's why we have to be extremely careful, because we don't want this scenario to happen where the price, after breaking the support from this bottom line, also shows a bigger retracement where we get gravitated towards this 200 weekly moving average, and only after that starting this new impulsive price movement. So that's why we have to be extremely careful at this current stage. And beside this one, guys, now if you also look at the price action Bitcoin in a daily time frame using this Wyckoff's market cycle, it is also showing us that now maybe the price of Bitcoin could be forming this so-called redistribution phase. So guys, now before I start talking about this Wyckoff's market cycle and why we could be right now in this redistribution phase and not this accumulation phase, if you want to find out more, then please do watch this video till the end. And also guys, also if you haven't destroyed that like button yet, then please do it right now, because it's only going to take a second of your time. And also for those individuals watching this for the first time, come on guys, hit the subscribe button and the bell. So now looking at this price action of Bitcoin in a daily time frame using this Wyckoff's market cycle. Now according to this Wyckoff market cycle, and also according to this weekly time frame, since we have broken the support from this 50 weekly moving average, this could be turning bearish for Bitcoin. And if that is going to happen, I mean, if this trend continuation here to the downside is going to happen, then as you can see guys, the price of Bitcoin could be slowly forming this redistribution phase, exactly just like as shown here in the example, right? Because we saw this fake out, you can see price breaking this resistance line, making it look more as accumulation phase, but again failing to continue, and then a rally here to the downward direction. Just like here you can see a new movement, faking this movement, right? And then again a retracement. And now since this actually looks like more of a redistribution phase, if this trend is going to continue, then you can see we could be heading towards this lower line area, right? This lower line area, and only after forming this new accumulation phase, we are going to start with this new mark of phase, just like as shown here in the example. So if this continuation is going to happen, I mean the price retracement is going to happen, then maybe around this bottom of this Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve is where we could be starting this new accumulation phase, and only after that a new mark of phase for Bitcoin. So this is also one thing what I wanted to share with you in today's video. But if you add another weekly time frame, the price of Bitcoin still is forming this higher highs, higher lows continuation pattern, where we have always found support at this lower line area of this ascending channel. Because with each and every price retracement, as you can see, the price of Bitcoin has somehow managed to find support at this bottom of this ascending channel, right? And after that we have also seen some really nice impulsive price movement playing out. So this would be our final hope, but also to form this, guys, maybe the price of Bitcoin for us is going to test this support line one more time. That could be around this 37,000 range, and only after that showing some sort of a relief rally type of movement. But in a smaller time frame, the price of Bitcoin right now could be preparing a very interesting movement, because if you have watched my video from yesterday, I talked about this CPR indicator. Because according to the CPR indicator, if you look at the price movement, price of Bitcoin after approaching exactly around this monthly S1 line, you can see we are holding our ground. So this monthly S1 line is sitting around 39,000. We are around 39,900, 40,000 range. We are consolidating around that area. So if the consolidation is going to remain and price is also going to remain above this monthly S1 line, then maybe here in the medium short term, after this kind of retracement what we have witnessed since couple of days, the price of Bitcoin could be actually showing some sort of a relief rally again to re-enter this CPR area, which is going to be a strong line of resistance, and also the line where we could be getting gravitated. And this line, the first line where we could be getting gravitated, if this is going to be a relief rally, then that's going to be around 42,500, 42,600 area, because we know around this area 39,000. Also looking at this price action using this curve scenario, we have always found a strong support and also a bounce whenever we have tested the support from this curve line. So that's why this curve line support was also exactly around this 39,000 area along with the CPR line. So we said if this is going to remain price remaining above 39,000, then we could be also seeing this relief rally type of scenario playing out here in a immediate short term for Bitcoin. But now guys, now let me show you why we could be forming a very interesting scenario here in the medium short term around this area. So for that, what I have to do, I have to switch this into hourly time frame, because in an hourly time frame, as you can see, the price movement here has been very similar. The line which previously acted as a support acted as a resistance when the price of Bitcoin tried to break out of it, right? Similar price movement has unfolded again and again. I mean, whenever the price of Bitcoin was trying to break out of this important line of support, always got a rejection right around this area, just like here. And this has unfolded again and again. I mean, this previous temporary support line acted as a resistance when the price tried to break out of it. And now in our case, after failing to break out of this previous temporary support line, right, we have already seen this retracement. But what I want to show you here is a very interesting scenario which could be looked as a double bottom or this falling wedge type of scenario. Even if the bulls are going to fail here in the immediate short term, the price of Bitcoin is forming this so-called falling wedge type of scenario here in a smaller time frame. So this falling wedge is actually considered as a bullish scenario for the immediate short term. But even if we are going to see any sort of a retracement, this could be still forming falling wedge type of scenario where the price, after breaking the resistance around this upper line area, could be starting some new movement here to the upside, where we could be actually going to see this relief rally type of formation. And if this is not going to be a falling wedge and price is going to show more of a 1, 2, 3 or double bottom type of formation, no problem, because if you look at this here, you can see the price did found the support. And now if you would simply look at this price movement in this manner, right, more of a double bottom type of formation, then we can see we have to break this resistance and also break the neckline area around this 40,500, 40,600 range. So if the price of Bitcoin today manages to break this resistance and also break the neckline area, then you can see, guys, the price here in the immediate short term or in the upcoming days could be showing some sort of a relief rally before it chooses again a trend direction. So in that case, you can see 41,900 to 42,000 is where we could be possibly getting gravitated if the price today manages to break this resistance around 40,500, 40,600 into support. So these are some of the interesting scenarios I wanted to share with you in today's video. If you enjoyed my work, guys, if you like what you just saw, then please hit the like button. And also for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye-bye.